everyone, good afternoon. It is for me, morning, evening. Anyway, let's get on. So this video is going to be a little bit of a kind of what I'm doing, and I've done a couple of things without letting you know. I haven't filmed a long video in a while. One of them right behind me, as you can see. So I cladded the back doors, both of them. I thought I ran out of tone groove, and my dad had a load spare after doing the bathroom in the boat and said, yeah, you can have it. And he thought I'd already used it. So yeah, there's still 3 more lengths as well if I ever need it. But yeah, so I'll just flip you around. So there you go. Wait, the door's falling to me. So if I keep the door there you go. I picked quite a knotty bit there and quite a nice bit there, which is the wrong way around really. Oh, and also, Tabitha and Liam, I don't know if you know their account, you probably don't. I'll go put their YouTube up here. I had an issue with my number plate lights, the registration ones. Only one was lighting up, and when I plugged, well, I found another bulb which was a bit bigger, and I plugged it in, and then both of them just tripped, and then I had to turn the headlights off and on again. So I think it's because it's too big. It's like them adding it together, it trips, because one or the other works, even the too big one. So yeah, got to work something out about that. But I was like, well, I need to get to it if I need to work it out another date when I've got like money and stuff. And then I watched Tabitha and Liam's video that day, and they came up with this, having one that's not screwed in. So that's exactly what I've done, and I can access the actual light things themselves in there, and then I can also access the bolts somewhere. There's one there. There it is, in there, right down there. I can access them to take the whole black bar off above the number plate, and then you just slide it away and pretend that nothing was wrong. I did it in 2 bits because I didn't have enough cladding, but like I say, now there's another length. I may just cut a length to go in there, because I did also mess it up and nearly screw it in with a screw, as you can see there, which was close. So I may just put a new bit in there, but it's not screwed in, you just slide it out, so it's not a big deal. This door handle turned out really nice, because Citroen relays, they like stick out, and it looks really odd, but it looks really finished when you put cladding around it. So yeah, so that all works. So guys, I haven't really talked about this much, but the skylight was leaking so bad, and it was like, we turned the van around when we went for a drive, and it's loads better because I've got the sliding door here on the gravel rather than on the dirt. Look, works loads better. But it was puddling this side and then dripping in through the puddles, and then I had to seal it up, and then we swapped the van around and the same thing happened that side. But I finally fixed all the leaks, and I also had a leak on this sliding door, because you probably won't be able to see it on the camera. Oh yeah, you can, look at that. That's the dent there. Don't know how it got there. It's been there the whole time I've owned the van. And also, when you shut this door, there was a gap down there. There's a gap there because I haven't shut it properly, but there was a gap just about from there to there, and it was really annoying me. Mainly, it didn't leak or anything, but mainly because that's a slight draft, and also I was like, well, why is it like that just there? And I pulled off the rubber just now, and I found out that the join that's like spot welded there was all bent out and just like generally warped in general. So then I got my hammer, hammered it back that way, so it closed up. That was good. And then I thought, hang on, a solution to this, rather than getting like one of those tools that pulls out dents and spending money and stuff. I was like, well, if I just find where that is on there, pull that down, hammer that out, surely it would work. And it did. And I haven't tested it with water yet, but it should be pretty sealed, because you can't see light through it, and when you push it you can hear it, like you can hear the squeaking up against the metal. So all should be good. And over here, put my first piece of cladding, not cladding, pallet wood, and that looks good. I'm currently cutting the insulation for above the bulkhead, so that's all good. I don't have the spray glue, so it's kind of going to stay like that for now, but I need to get rid of the condensation, because I think it drips down the front. I think it all comes down and then drips down the front, because there's always drips in the morning on the windscreen. The only thing I can think is it's not dripping now, it only drips at night when there's a lot of condensation. So it's got to be the fact that it's condensating there. So if I vaporize it at all, it should stop, because there'll be no condensation. But yeah, so I've got a tap in and stuff for kitchen, but that's going to be for the kitchen video. I haven't actually filmed that far because that's a temporary worktop, and the sink is temporarily in there. But yeah, so I've got my waste. I need to get a tap so you don't have to take the waste out. and drill that into the cap and seal it on, because pretty much that one will just live there its whole life. And this one obviously wants to come out, so I need to put a bit of batten there and a bit of batten at the front. And my idea is, when you open this door, have a slim bin down there so you don't hang things up and stuff. When you're living in it, you want a dedicated place for the bin. So I think a really good idea would just be to make a little slim thing, obviously under the sink. It's about there, goes down quite low, comes up quite high, and you shut it and the bin's just on the door, and it's just kind of like hidden away but there when you need it. The portholes still haven't come. I can't believe that. They were supposed to come in before the skylight, and yet they're still not here a week later, which I just find is ridiculous. Yeah, so shelving for the storage for my tools is next. And yeah, so I'm going to get on with insulating that. I'm also going to put insulation down here, just in this little bit where this bit of OSB is, because obviously that's still like part of the cab, so I'm just going to stuff some insulation down there. So, hello everyone, I'm back. I've forgotten about stuff a bit. I got the above the cab, not that you can actually see, but I got the vapor barrier cut and all of the insulation done. I just need the spray glue and the aluminium tape to finish it all off. Got a little temporary mirror, you can see me in there, just about, not really. There you go. Oh, forgot I had a light. There you go, now you can see. Got a candle from Marie, burning nicely. I forgot I had this, I left this in the studio for when I was in the studio. I picked the lavender smell. There you go, lavender. If you go check her out, I'll put a link to her Instagram in the description and her website where you can buy a candle of your own. I like promoting people who have small businesses, because I do too. I have a small business. But what I was going to show you now was, if I climb up onto the bed without falling over, is how I screwed in the cladding, because I forgot to mention. Which basically, so I told you the walls was nailed and stuff, and so's the bulkhead, because it's wood behind. But here, there's metal, so you can't really nail to it. So what I did was, I use self-drilling hole screws, because if you've ever worked with this 8mm cladding before, you put anything in it, it splits. So you literally have to drill, countersink, and then screw. And it's so tedious. And I only have 2 drills. If you had 3, it would be less tedious, because you wouldn't have to ever swap a bit. One for drill, countersink, and then screw. So it'd be all good, but I only have 2. So what I did is, I've got self-drilling screws, and they make it so much quicker as well. They drill quicker than the drill bits, and you swap less, and I reckon it would have taken twice as long if I would have used normal countersinking and drilling and normal self-tapping screws. So definitely get self-drillers. It makes your life so much easier. They're slightly off, they taper down a bit, but I mean, it's tiny, you'd never notice it. These kind of look identical. This door is bigger, so that's probably why that one looks bigger, because it is, not because of my measurements. Yeah, look at that gap there and that gap there. So not my measurements, it's the doors. This one's bigger than this one, because this one I managed to get 4 lengths out of one piece of 3 meter cladding with about that much offcut, and with this one I got 3 lengths, but I got like a massive offcut that was probably about that long. It was about 60 centimeters, not long enough for the 74 and 78mm doors. 70 sorry. But then I couldn't finish it off, but then my dad had some cladding left over, so like I said, I used that. But yeah, so what I did is I just countersunk it and then put the self-drilling screw in, and that drills out the wood so it doesn't split the wood, and then also drills out the metal behind and screws right in. It makes life so easy. And yeah, so it's all looking rather cozy in here, especially with the candle. I just turned this on for filming, but I didn't have that on before. There you go, it's very nice and cozy. Anyway, like I say, that's going to be at the end of this video. Done the doors. Next is that door, finish framing the kitchen, and then, because it's all pallet wood and it's free, do the ceiling. And then I can get some money and do some other things. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something for the cladding and stuff. And yeah, if you like the video, hit the like button, drop a comment down below. I'd love to talk to you all. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next week.